everybody. I'm really sorry I didn't get up an episode last week. It's because, I went home for the weekend and for some reason my mic busted, so now I have to use my Turtle Beach headset, which I'm not going to put in the corner because for some reason it won't register my voice unless the microphone's right up to my mouth. And, it was a good time to spend with family, and it totally... Okay, I'll admit, I was playing Grand Theft Auto the whole weekend and forgot to record a video. But can you blame me? What is up, you guys? I'm the SuperAnimeGirl, and this is episode 6 and 7 of the Space Dandy vlog. I guess I'll just make the episode 6 really quick because I know you guys saw it, but consider it like a recap. 6 starts out with QT, Space Dandy just chilling on the spaceship, and they are going to an alien planet again to find another unnamed species, and they get into a no-fly zone because QT's an asshole this episode and forgets to tell them that it's a no-fly zone, and they crash onto the planet where Dandy and Meow get kidnapped by 2 aliens. And apparently these 2 aliens are the very last of their race. Why? Because they were fighting over whether to wear underwear or to not wear underwear, or to wear a top or not wear a top. I don't know why anyone or any species would fight over that, but they talk like Yoda, so everything's forgiven. And every day at this specific time, they battle each other. And I don't know why, but for no reason, Dandy and Meow start fighting each other. I don't know why. There was never any indication that they had this fight themselves, and it was just confusing. Like, why are you 2 fighting? Stop fighting. And they eventually try to get the aliens to have peace, and of course they mentioned the bar boobies, because, they gotta mention it at least once, because there's none in this episode. And they form a peace treaty, which immediately fails because the other has to give the other their prized possession, which is of course their pants and their shirt, and they're like, fuck it, we're gonna fight. And they do, and they kill each other. It was kind of gruesome. And also, they both had this detonating device. It's just like, I will not lose, I will not lose. It essentially blows up the planet, and that race is gone. But they blew up the planet while Space Dandy and Meow were still on it, and QT was on the ship. Yep. And QT goes into douchebag mode again. It's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna go down there to help you guys. See ya. But there is like this space surfboard that comes out of the spaceship. And Space Dandy surfs on an exploding planet. Words cannot describe how awesome that was looking. I mean, the surfing was beautiful. I love looking at water and water-like animation. That's why I watched Free. It's totally the reason why I watched Free. I'm not gonna lie, the exploding planet was a little awkward because it was just like that slow-motion 3D explosion that you'd probably see on MMD videos, but other than that, it was really pretty. And it was a completely random episode, but then again, all of Space Dandy episodes are completely random, and you know what? It was fine. On to episode 7. We start off this episode at Boobies. Nice change of pace. Not really, but it was a nice change of pace. And Honey and the other waitresses are freaking out because Dandy's there, and he's like, yeah, sexual innuendo joke, sexual innuendo joke, sexual innuendo joke. And they run past him and start fawning over this guy named Prince. Prince is like this really big space racer kind of guy, and I don't know why, but for some reason he reminds me of Suzaku from Code Geass. I don't know why, but for some reason that popped into my head when I first saw it. Am I the only one that thinks that? Is it just me? Am I fangirling because I'm kind of watching that right now? I don't know. So Dandy doesn't like the fact that he's not getting any attention from the waitresses at Boobies, so he's just like, screw it, let's do a race so I can get attention. because that's what Dandy is. He's an attention whore. Just like me and everybody else on YouTube. And really what we learn from just before the race is that Prince is the complete contrast of Dandy in every way. I mean, he's fine, he's sophisticated, he has really pretty blue hair. That kind of reminds me of a Vocaloid. He also has an up-to-date robot where QT kind of looks like a vacuum or a toilet. I'm really debating. I really don't know if he looks like a toilet or a vacuum. Speaking of which, is QT a girl or a guy? I don't know these things. And he also has a mouse lawyer. Get it? Because Meow's a cat. It's funny. It's not really, but it was a little clever, I'll admit that. Because the mouse is smart and he's not. And the race begins, and Pokemon Badgeye is back. That was interesting. We haven't seen him in like 2 episodes. Like, how's he been doing? I don't know, but he, for some reason, just enters the race to find Dandy. He's in there for like 3 seconds, but it's nice to know he's still alive. That's good. Also, immediately after the race begins, Dandy goes, "We have no other choice, but we just started." And he hooks a heel of what looks like a Star Wars alien spaceship and just kind of goes ahead and gets hit by all these asteroids and then comes in second from Prince, who's sparkling like a Twilight vampire. I don't know. I just don't know. And then a couple of rings later, Prince just like speeds up to Dandy and is just like, I've never lost a race. And Dandy does the greatest thing I think I've ever seen him do. He literally flips off the guy and essentially tells him to fuck off. I love that. And of course, the race gets more intense. They're at the finish line. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? But when they were in the little gas pit thingy, I don't know how races work, the lawyer mouse put a bomb on Space Dandy's ship. What an asshole. This causes both spaceships to essentially explode because they're both racing on top of each other. And during that explosion, for some reason, Prince finds out that he's in love with Dandy. Why? I don't care what happens. Just please make this character come back. This would be a hilarious storyline. Please let it happen. Please. Along with the little alien girl, because she was adorable. Anyway, the episode goes to entirely a different field, even for Dandy, because he gets to this place called the 7th speed of light or something, and I don't know why, but he managed to get into like this space between spaces, this phantom zone-like area where he's probably faster than sound itself, and somehow gets into a dimension where he's in the future. And he sees a Buddha-like statue, I swear, and says his name, and then credits. What? I've been doing that a lot this week. What? I mean, with the last 6 episodes, there was some beginning, middle, and end in the same place. This just came the hell out of nowhere. I mean, so Dandy's gonna be a god in 5,000 something years? Huh? This had nothing to do with the race. Nothing. It was pretty, but it had nothing to do with the race. A lot of weird things have been happening this week. Just a lot of things. And you know what? Looking at this anime all wrong. A couple of weeks ago, I thought I could take it seriously, but you know what? It's kind of like the same reason I'm watching Kill la Kill. It's stupid, nonsensical fun, but I love it. Till next time, I'm the SuperAnimeGirl, and I will see you guys next week.